No. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, 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 yeah. Doom, doom, doom. Let me get up, child. What it is, what it ain't, what's up? I am the coldest and the hottest. I am Nikki T. I am loving this new Raw Wave song featuring Lil Durk. It's called Already Won. I love it because, you know, I am such a sucker for samples, of course. I am not the biggest Raw Wave fan, but I think he got me with this one. I like to be as accurate as possible when it comes to recording these samples. The Whole Lot of Choppers producer, he corrected me one time. It kind of embarrassed me, but in the back of my head, I knew it was an interpolation. I just still wanted to say sample, da da da, but I'm comfortable with the creator of the song correcting me, so it's all good. But I didn't see any credits to any of the members of New Edition or Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis when I was looking at the credits on Spotify, and I went to Genius to check as well. I didn't see anything, so I was kind of skeptical to say this was a sample, so I'm just gonna say that it's an interpolation. So we all know what an interpolation is. If you don't, it's when the producer or the artist, they'll recreate the sound themselves instead of just actually sampling from the original song. So the melody, dun, 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 we all know where they come from. Dun, 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 dun. We all know where it comes from. So of course it's Can You Stand the Rain by New Edition. Rod and Durk's lyrics really matched the song, so I really think they really complemented the entire beat. So Can You Stand the Rain is the third single off of the Heartbreak album by New Edition. It was #1 on the Billboard R&B and Hip Hop charts, which should have went #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, but it was number 44. They needed a song that would transform them from bubblegum kids to grown men, you know, boys to men. No pun intended. The idea of the song came about because guys were constantly on tour, as you all know, and a lot of women in their lives, they felt a little neglected. They didn't trust them and everything like that, so they just wanted to, you know, no, can you stand the rain away? You could also say that this was written for the fans as well, because during that time, it was kind of rocky. They were trying to see what the fans would stick with them through the rain, because they were trying to transform from these little boys up to these grown men. And then Bobby Brown left the group. They didn't know what the hell they was gonna do. And then Johnny Gill came about. Johnny Gill was new to the group, but he already had a little name for himself, just a little bit, because he already had a nice little single with someone else during that same time. So I think he did a really good job because of his deep voice, and then Rap's kind of soft voice. It complimented him afterwards, and it was just really, really beautiful. Like, I don't know anybody that hates that song. It's literally top 25 songs of all time. So I just love that song. But anyways, let's get into the real production. It was produced by the legendary Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You all may have heard of them because of their constant work with Janet Jackson, from Control, All For You, all of her shit. They work with all the legends: Prince, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, literally every single body, Usher, anybody you could think of, they work with them. Like I said earlier, they are legendary producers and undeniably two of the greatest producers of all time. Not only are they producers, they are songwriters as well. From Janet Jackson's What Have You Done For Me Lately, which Prince absolutely loved. He said it was one of the songs that he could have wrote and sung his damn self. So he absolutely loved that song, meaning that they got Prince's approval. So if you got Prince's approval, you the shit, no matter what. They also wrote Boyz II Men on Bended Knee, as well as Sherelle's Saturday Love. So in an interview a long time ago, the members of New Edition stated that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis really watched them and paid attention to their behavior in order to reflect that and their personalities onto the Heartbreak album. I think that's super duper dope that the producers actually got a chance to get to know these artists just so they could create the best music for them. I think that's so dope because they work with so many different people, and of course they want to put their signature sauce on it, but they incorporate the signatures of the artists as well. They actually touched on that in another interview too. For instance, with Mariah Carey, they said she liked specific little synthesizers that they did, so that was her thing when they did music for her. They are Oscar and Emmy nominated. They have won over 100 ASCAP Songwriting Awards. They have won 5 Grammy Awards, including Producer of the Year back in 1986. And they have been inducted to the Songwriters Hall of Fame back in 2017. They are definitely stamped in this game for their groundbreaking sound, and they have built an incredible legacy. 35 years after it was supposed to drop, they finally dropped their debut album. It dropped actually on my birthday this year, July 9th. So y'all need to go check it out. Thank y'all so much for tuning to this week's episode of Sample Sundays. I really hope y'all like it. Please let me know down below any thoughts and comments you may have. Please give this give this like a video. Please give this video a like, and of course subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about your girl Nikki T. I will see you all next week, but in the meantime, have a happy Sample Sunday. Holla.